Now that we have understood how to derive quadratic formula, we need to understand how to use it. And this one is going to be explained in example 3, which says, solve 3x squared minus 7x minus 1 is equals to 0. Using quadratic formula. Assuming we have no such special instructions on what method to use, assuming we would, and we only know how to use the factor method B and AC, according to this, our B is minus 7 and AC is minus 3. And the question that we continue to ask ourselves, which two numbers we multiply, they give us a negative 3, and the same numbers we add, when we add them, they will give us a negative 7. Practically, there are no such whole numbers. And that is why, if you don't have knowledge of quadratic formula, then it will be very impossible to solve such a question. Now, quadratic formula just talks about the value of x substituting all there. So we need to talk about x is equals to minus b, and our b is negative 7. So it is very important to parade what our values are. So this method of factor b and ac would help us. What is our a? Our a is a 3. What is our b? Negative 7. What is our c? Negative 1. It is important that we parade the coefficient as we are intending to use them. So x is negative b, so negative minus 7 is positive 7, plus and minus b squared. This is minus 7 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 1. And everything over 2a, which is 2 times 3. So 4ac. Cleaning it up, we have x is equals to 7 plus minus. The root of negative 7 squared is 49. Let us see minus the whole of this product. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times minus 1 is minus 12. Everything over 6. And as you can see, x continues to be 7 plus minus the root of 49 minus 12 becomes plus 12. Of course, everything over 6. At this particular point, x becomes 7 plus or minus the root of 61, everything over 6. And that is now where we are. And if you look at this now, the square root of 61 is not very particular. So you may expect to go to decimals, and especially if the question is giving us, give your answer correct to whatever number of decimal places, we can take that route. If we do not want to go to decimals, then we can use the surds. But let's see what happens. So at some point, x is going to be 7 plus the root of 61, everything over 6. And the square root of 61, everybody knows the square root of 61 to be, let's find out. The square root of 61 is, according to me, 7.81, so to 2 decimal places. So 7 plus 7.81, everything over 6, which is 14.81, everything over 6. Of course, if we add 7 here, we're going to have 14.81. Now divide by 6, we are going to have something to do with 2.468 to 3 decimal places. To 3 decimal places. That is one value of x, or x is going to be 7, now minus, because we understood that the square root of any number is plus or minus, now minus the root of 61, which remains to be 7.81, everything over 6. 7 minus 7.81 is simply minus 0.81 everything over 6. Let's see where that one takes us. 7 minus 7.81 giving us 0.81. If you divide that by 6, it's going to give us negative 0.135. Negative 0.135 again to 3 decimal places. But it would have been acceptable to give our value of x just to be 7 plus root 61 over 6, or x is equals to 7 minus the root of 61, everything divided by 6. In fact, this set of solutions would have been very perfect and accurate. Okay.